Hey, welcome to the channel again. Now today we're going to be speaking about the Premier League games that happened at the weekend, and there were some surprises and results and some ones no surprise at all. Let's start with Aston Villa v Southampton. Now this was a very good game by Southampton, but in the end Aston Villa with their home advantage just took it away from them, and they duly deserved the win, a 1-0 win for Villa, with Southampton coming back at them. Even so, Villa did what they had to do and won at Villa Park. The next game to talk about is Brentford v Newcastle. The Brentford historically this season have been exceptional at home, and yet again they proved that way. Even with Isaac scoring for Newcastle quite earlier on, Brentford yet again were all over in attacking mode at their ground, and they won 4 goals to 2, and they just were outplayed Newcastle in the end, which is quite surprised because I thought Newcastle would have got the better of them, even though they're playing away at Brentford. But it was not to be, and the usual suspects scored for Brentford, and obviously pulled it through. Next game I'm going to talk about is Crystal Palace v City. Now this one I was quite surprised about. I thought City might really take it to Palace and start really pushing up the table again. But again, their form is just not good enough. It's very erratic. Haaland got an early goal for them, but Palace just came back at them and used the home advantage, and in the end got a 2-2 draw, a well-deserved 2-2 draw. They were actually quite unlucky not to win that match against City, because City in the second half they were really under the cosh from the Palace attack. But in the end it didn't matter. City were the team that only managed to draw at the Palace ground. Next we're going to talk about Manchester United v Forest. Yet again, Amaron has got a huge job on his hands. As we saw, Forest beat Man United at Old Trafford 3-2, and I have to say Forest are a very good team with players like Elanga, Woods, and other such players. Houdini. They're very good attacking force this year, and it was no surprise, even though Man United got a couple of goals, that Forest in the end ended up winning 3-2. Man United are going to have to spend 2 or 3 years rebuilding to get anywhere near the top 4, because they just haven't got what it takes at the moment. They are really a mid-table Premier League team at the moment. So no more Man United, historic Man United, shall we say. Next we go to the Fulham v Arsenal game. Again, Arsenal, another team that likes to flatter to conquer basically, but they never do. They never ever seem to get it right this season. In the first half, they had actually most of the game. They had 80% of the ball, and Fulham weren't playing particularly well, and they just didn't take it to Fulham in the first half. Even after they were goal down from Ramirez, from the Fulham attacker, they really didn't take it. It took time. Saliba eventually got a goal from a corner, but even the second half, where they should have been really trying to get some shots in the open play, there wasn't many, and they thought they'd won it with a shot from Saka, the cross from Martinelli, but in the last minutes, but Martinelli in the player was offside, and it was only by the smallest margins offside, but he could see the line. He should have kept him in touch with the back 4 of Fulham, and he wouldn't have got caught out. Alex Smith-Rowe and Iwobi played okay against the offside, but none of the Fulham team were really in scintillating form, which makes the point that Arsenal's team weren't playing that very well either. They were just well below par from their previous 4 games, even though they nearly snatched it at the end. But not good enough. They're just not good enough, Arsenal, and that's why I still think they're not going to probably end up in 3rd place this season, maybe 2nd. They're definitely not going to win the Premier League in my eyes. I think it's between Liverpool and Man City still. I think Chelsea got an outside chance as well with the way they're playing. That brings us on to the Chelsea v Tottenham match. Tottenham start off at an almighty speed and scored a couple of goals, and then the Chelsea steam train came into action. They've been playing so well recently. They've been very consistent, winning all their games. They've won, I think, the last 5 games, I think. And Palmer got a couple of goals, and a couple of other players from Chelsea. Sancho got the first goal for them. After obviously Tottenham scored a couple of goals. But again, they are much more dominant, they are much more direct, and they just look much more easy even playing away than Arsenal do. So I think Chelsea have more of a chance than Arsenal this season of maybe picking up the Premier League. However, I do think Liverpool are the main team to beat. They really are. They're just so well organised and everything, and Salah is on fire again. And then we finally come to the final game, Leicester v Brighton. Now that was quite surprised. I thought Brighton would dominate Leicester, but Vardy and co got a couple of goals. Brighton also were ahead of them 2 goals to 1, but Leicester got a goal back in the last few minutes and saved the day. However, with Van Nistelrooy in charge of Leicester now, you can always expect very good gameplay and very good tactical organisation, as we saw when Van Nistelrooy was in charge of Man United in the interim 4 matches. He was very good with them. So I do see Leicester definitely not getting relegated this season, and they'll probably end up mid-table under Van Nistelrooy. And next season, he probably will take them to higher heights, I think. But let's wait and see. Anyway, that's my overview of the Premier League matches gone on the weekend. If you have any other thoughts or you feel different what I've said, please put your comments below. And of course, like this video. Goodbye.